my coin, stack my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. Your girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling the law. Fuck around and you clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down.
Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.
We'll do it live! I was watching Bill O'Reilly last night, actually. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another live trading session. We're trading the U.S. markets. Some exciting things finally going on, in my opinion. Ben Simmons asked if we can look at Arrow. We'll look at Arrow today. We got credit downgrade for U.S. Stealth QE, ECB ditching the dollar. Great times. Amen, crypto, yo. Amen. So look, we got some things to look into, and this is what I've been waiting for. I'm not saying it has happened officially, but we're seeing some indications, some rumblings of a decoupling. This is what I want to. If we get an actual decoupling, this thing is going to go crazy to the upside. I'm talking about Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Of course, Bitcoin will pull all the altcoins with it. So we're going to look at it. We're long on Bitcoin, and let me see what other pairs on the swing trading side we are long Ethereum, Bitcoin, Near, Tron, Solana, short BNB. But I am actually short on the scalp side, Ethereum. We're going to check that out. I did add an Ethereum short. We were up. Now it looks like we're slightly down. So we'll take a look at that as well. We got Hyben in the building today. This morning, Rage Against the Machine. What's going on, baby? That's fam right there. Hope everyone's doing well. Hit that like button as we jump into the things that we do this morning. Markets just opened about 7 minutes ago. Let's take a look at what we got. Dow down. I got to share the screen. Let me share this screen really quickly. Dow down 300 points as Treasury yields spike. Dun, dun, dun. What's going on? Dow down almost 1%. S&P down 0.5%. NASDAQ down 0.5%. Let's look at crypto. Crypto, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second day. This is the second day. Again, I'm not going to be premature and get ahead of myself, but we're seeing a slight decoupling going on right now. Now, when I say a decoupling, we'll have to be careful here because Bitcoin was never one-to-one with NASDAQ. It was never one-to-one. It was just a high correlation. I want to say in the 80s, maybe 70s, high 70s, 80s, mid 80s, something like that. 0.8 correlation. So that means the other 0.2 part of that means it doesn't follow the direction that the NASDAQ does. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I'm just saying I haven't seen this in a few weeks. This big of a decoupling. So we're going to look into the details on that here in a bit. Hit that like button. Share this stream. Bloodalytics is in full effect. We are going to definitely break it all down. I'm going to take a look at Arrow for my guy Ben Simmons here in a minute. If you guys have other coins you'd like me to look at, drop it in the chat room next show. I don't have time to do it today, but I want to really get into these trades, try to make some more money like we did on last stream. End up closing that out that long on Bitcoin. Now I'll take a look at it. The scalp long ended up closing that out at about $600 profits during that session, which was great. Using Bloodalytics scalping. Currently in a short, and you know I wouldn't personally go short, but that's what the scalping system gave us for this morning. Now scalping is different than, you know, swing trading or holding something overnight, intraday, or more than intraday. This is an intraday type of play that the indicators gave us, so we're going to try to see what we can do with it. We're going to see what we can try to do with this here, boy. So not yesterday. What is this? This is a calendar of, okay, here we go. Oh, I don't know why it's hiding everything. Let's see if we can do something like this. So, where is, let's see here. I'm not sure. The only thing about WEX, I don't know how to show. Oh, here we go. All right, so last stream, this was the long we took on the scalp long for Bitcoin. 647 was the realized profits on that. That is after fees. So that was a nice quick scalp there. And that scalp came from this chart. Scan that QR code you guys see on the screen if you want access to this analytical tool here. But this chart is what gave us the, oh, and I missed my take profit on this short for Ethereum as I was setting up, getting my coffee and stuff. I could have had some money banked in. It's not looking good now. I'm probably going to take an L on this one. I got my stop loss up here at 2552-ish area for Ethereum. I missed my 50% take profit on that one. See, this is why you need to be glued in front of the screen when you're doing this type of stuff with the scalping, because, you know, it looks like I'm going to probably lose about $300 on this trade because I did not take half my position off the table. But if we jump back over here, I went short about right here on Ethereum, and we did dip. But the trade I really wanted to show you was from our last live stream, which is right here. We went long. Remember, we went long on Bitcoin live with the scalping system. Now, I didn't hold it, of course. I took everything off the table once I was stepping away from the desk. And that's how you should probably do the scalping system as well. Intraday trades only. I would typically say only trade while you're in front of the computer or you have an attention on your mobile device. But that's dangerous. I wouldn't do it on the mobile device because you could be out driving, doing whatever, and you mess around and really do some damage to your account. So I say do the scalping system in front of a screen and dedicate time every day to placing some trades and getting used to the system. But at any rate, we did go long here in the last live stream. Took my profits. Could have taken even more, but I had to step away. So took those profits off the table for about 640 something bucks on that trade. And this actually is technically still, I'm zooming out, we're still in this long, which is crazy, right? And we're starting to tick back higher now. Look at that. I know I'm probably tapped out of my, yep, I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. We tapped out almost. Almost. We're down 280, 270 bucks on this long, on this short on Ethereum. It would be half that if I would have taken my 50% profit if I was in front of the computer, but it is what it is. We're still up overall. Um, but today, like I said, I want to take a look at NASDAQ, Bitcoin. We all know this is pretty much what you want to watch, or historically, you want to watch the NASDAQ, basically the overall stock market, as somewhat of an indicator on which direction crypto is going, because I still feel like, I know, the title is decoupling. I still feel like Bitcoin and crypto are risk on assets, meaning if shit hits the fan in the economy, and then subsequently somehow they don't continue to mind fuck you on the equities side, excuse my language. We all know that Main Street is not Wall Street, but for so many years, they try to paint a certain narrative and picture of Wall Street, of the stock market, saying and programming us to say, oh yeah, if the stock markets are up, that means the economy is doing well. Nah, not at all. Two different animals. Two different animals. So there is really no correlation, or very little. I would say maybe a 0.3 correlation with real economy and stock markets. It used to be much higher than that. But with the advent of QE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's pretty much distorted all reality within the stock market. Wisdom Bar says, I told you jabronis we'd go higher. Well, you're only right until we take out all-time highs. We don't take out all-time highs, which I know we're very close, but until we take out all-time highs, you are not yet right. You're definitely more right, looking more right than I am. Still look at the Forex markets, not too much. Not too much. You got to use way more money to get the same profits in Forex. Dave Brombolo in the house. We're doing it live. That's right, my guy, My Crypto Space. This is a good time to go through the markets. It sure is. That's why I'm trying to do it at these openings. Yeah, Bitcoin going crazy right now. Definitely going crazy. So let's take a look at, I want to pull up Grok. Let's pull up Grok and see if Grok could give us the answers. Grok. See if Grok can give us the answers. So let's see. What is the, let's try this with no caps this time. What is the correlation ratio of Bitcoin and QQQ? All right, so here we go. It has been reported that there's a 0.8%, not percent, but 0.8 correlation coefficient with the QQQ. So again, I was about right. So this means that, again, the other 0.2 could just be these days that we're seeing. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But this indicates here, Grok says, a fairly strong or positive correlation. However, this relationship is not static and can fluctuate significantly. That's the thing, it can. It definitely can fluctuate. In January 2024, a 90-day correlation between Bitcoin and NDX was noted to be highly... What is NDX? Is that NASDAQ? I guess. Often at 90 correlation, or 0.9 coefficient. Though it has varied between 0.6 and 0.99 in varying periods. Wow. I think I remember it used to be way lower. Used to be way lower. So for Bitcoin related ETF like iShares Bitcoin Trust and Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust, recent data from October 24, 2024 shows a low correlation with the QQQ at 0.3 and 0.31, 0.34 and 0.31 respectively. That's interesting. A correlation coefficient near +1 indicates Bitcoin and QQQ move in the same direction, often during risk-on market environments where both tech stocks and cryptocurrencies rally. A negative correlation, i.e. or ergo, negative 0.75, suggests they move oppositely, as seen during certain risk-off periods. So we're right here. We might be in a risk off period and we're just seeing a negative correlation coefficient. It's possible. We'll have to wait and see. Time will only be the determining factor. So conclusion, correlation between Bitcoin and QQQ is dynamic, ranging from strongly positive to negative depending on market conditions, time frame, and economic. So like I said, you zoom out, the more you zoom out, the more you'll see a highly positive coefficient correlation with the NASDAQ. Now, is this the day that we break it? I personally think, I'm saying from a long-term perspective, I personally think no. I personally think no. There are factors right now, it seems, just looking at price activity, right? Price action. There are factors in the crypto markets that are looking to really take out that all-time high and squeeze a lot of shorts out. That's what I think is going on here. We see these dips and then we get these pops. Dips, pops, dips, and it looks like we're trying to get another pop. So I think the market, probably exchanges, are really trying to push this market up so they can take out those liquidations. It'll be a short squeeze and it'll be a violent move up, probably to I think there was an area of 114, 112, somewhere around there, where there's a lot of shorts, might be even lower, but to take out those shorts and then resume correlation with the QQQ. I really don't think we're in a good position in the stock market. But again, you never know what to listen. The Fed, even though they're really playing against Trump right now, the Fed is. There's always a possibility that the Fed will go ahead with the printer again, and then that kicks everything back into like overboost, right? So non crypto related, and maybe we'll talk about this on the next show I do that's not crypto related, the rundown. What's up with this Biden situation? This guy he comes out saying he has terminal cancer pretty much out of nowhere. Prostate? Nah, homie. You guys been new. And someone should be going to jail because you misled the American people yet again. Not only did he have dementia, but he had very advanced prostate cancer. This shit is worse than Watergate. Round of applause. Yeah, I'll give you a free month or so of Bloodalytics, man, so you can do your thing. When Bitcoin surpasses all-time high, how will this affect our alts? Should not some cascading down take place with profits? It just depends, bro. Like, when you see let me put it to you this way. Just be ready to fade into the rally on your altcoins. Just be ready to fade into the rally. I still personally feel, and I'm not giving you financial advice, I still personally feel the correlation long term, you zoom out 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, correlation is still highly tied to the QQQ. So, and I think the QQQ, Dow Jones, S&P, I think are going to have some turbulent times going forward. So that's my overall thesis. I was wrong with the Bitcoin thesis as of, well, I was right on the inauguration. Hit it spot on. Told you that was going to be the local top. Boom, it was 109. Inauguration January 20th. And we went down damn near, where did we go? Where did we go, guys? We went all the way. Let's see. Let's go all the way back time. So we went from inauguration, which is right here, and our low was $77,000 Bitcoin. Actually, yeah, 74. So that's like a what, 30 something percent move down. So that was a great trade. Yeah, 33%. 33% move down. And we had a couple taps at the 74 range. I didn't think a lot of people, when we were down here, people were saying, oh, we're going to 50. I said, nah, I don't really see, I can't see us going that low. I did say that. So, this has been a strong rally higher, though I did not think it would be this big of a rally. This is what saved us right here. This zone right here. This is the 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫. I mean, we were still on an upward trajectory. We were kind of still on the upward trajectory, but 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 coming out here and saving the day. He wasn't trying to save Bitcoin, but it just so happened to kind of correlate. 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 came out with the Treasury meeting with China on the tariffs. Boom shakalaka. That gave us the next catalyst to go up higher. And that's what we did. So we were close to breaking trend right before 𝗙𝗘𝗫𝗫 came out. Not saying that there was going to be some other news that the markets just needed to boost us higher, but that was a pretty strong move. All the equities, stock markets went up as well on that move. I thought we would have moved down and broken that. If there was no 𝗙𝗘𝗫𝗫 call, we would have probably traversed back to at least, 85K. And the road to Trump top would have been that much harder. So where do we go from here? Again, the markets seem to be from price action. Just looking at price action, there are entities or an entity that is looking to definitely take out all-time highs. And if we do that, then it's going to be a very violent move up, ladies and gents. Be ready. Swing traders we're already in position on the Bloodalytics side. We can take a look at that really quickly. We're long predominantly all of the pairs that we trade right now, so we're in a very good position. Take a look at this. We've been long on Bitcoin since Monday. Okay. We've been long on Ethereum since Monday. We've been long on BNB since this morning. Yeah. We were long Tuesday. Went short here early this morning, and then we took half our profits on that short right here, but just got stopped out, and we're now going long on BNB right now. So we'll see how that pans out. Near We've been in a long since yesterday or Tuesday. And Solana, we're actually long right now, but boy, are we running into some resistance. Very, very active morning right now, guys. But we shall see. We shall see how this all pans out. But we're definitely positioned long right now. What site, platform, or brokerage do you trust to give you the most accurate price for Bitcoin? So none of them give you. So how it works with these platforms is that they pretty much like mash together 4 or 5 feeds to come up with a Bitcoin price. It's like an aggregated price on most of these exchanges, and that's good. You don't want to have your price coming from one centralized feed, because if there's some type of flash crash or anything like that on that particular exchange or price feed, you don't want to have everyone get screwed over. So having it be an average of like 3 or 4 price feeds makes it a smoother smooth price for you. Federal prison will take care of that for him. Man, Biden ain't going to prison. You know that, Dave. He was supposed to go to prison or get in trouble for the documents that he hid in his Corvette and in the garage and at the university. But they called mental incapacity. What is it called? Mental. His mental capacity was not that strong or whatever they said, but yet he was able to still run for president. Man, this shit is just, when we look back on this time period, it's going to be one hell of a story to be told. That's the main reason he had zero chance. Problem is they didn't listen enough to even notice and then try running on Harris. Village idiots. Yeah, that was, boy, I tell you. Yeah, most do, Dave. Most do. Like WeX uses 4 or 5. Blowfin uses a few as well. All the ones that I deal with by BYD5, they all use a number of feeds to smooth out that price. So that's how that goes. That's how that rolls, homie. Let's see what we're looking at right now. NASDAQ still down 0.25%. Dow Jones down 0.5%. S&P down 0.4%. Mentally incapacitated, right? Yeah, mentally ill, right? There you go. What a crazy 4 past years we had, man. Good God. I'm gonna be doing some rundown live streams this week. I don't know if it's gonna be tonight, might be tomorrow. I have a special guest, and we'll talk about those kind of off-topic crypto, non-crypto events and stuff and news headlines. So yeah, I'm tapped out. I tapped out of the Ethereum short, which probably made us go long. Let me go over to the Bloodalytics Scout. So I'm gonna go ahead and, man, I should have took that long back there. I was yapping my mouth. We did go long down here, and my rule of thumb is that I don't really try to get into a trade unless I'm right at the entry or below. We just went long on the Bitcoin one as well, which is a little closer. So let's go ahead and fire the Bitcoin long up while I'm online. Okay, let's get that cracking. We'll do one Bitcoin. Okay, we went one Bitcoin long. Let's try to make up on that 300 or 200 something bucks we lost on the Ethereum short. Close enough. Like, I got in right around where we entered the trade. So we'll see how that pans out. The Ethereum one was too far. It's too far away. The Ethereum entry was nicer too. It waited on the pullback and entered right after the pullback and started heading higher. So let's just we'll monitor these trades, or this one Bitcoin long trade. Hit that like button. You guys want this chart, scalping chart? Scan that QR code on the top. $24 a month. The scalping signal, and then we have the swing trading system as well, which trades a little broader intraday. It holds it a day or two or longer, actually slower, but we have more pairs on deck: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Near. What else we trade? I'm gonna get some more online, but look at that, we're starting to head higher. We're starting to go. We're starting to go. We're starting to go, baby. Let's see. We have. I'm gonna get some of the other ones back online as well. Oh yeah, we got Tron online. I'm gonna try to get XRP back online. We need to get Bitcoin Cash online, possibly. Let's go ahead and take a look at Arrow for my guy Ben Simmons. Let's see what we got going on with Arrow. I think he has asked me about Arrow in the past, and I'm assuming you're talking about Arrow Dome Finance, right? That's the one that my buddy told me about last summer that he liked. I forgot what crypto channel told him about it. Let me know if this is the same crypto ticker. Ben Simmons. Let me know. Let me know. I think this is what he's talking about, though. I'm pretty sure this is. So this is on the 1 hour. So, you know, basically what you want to do is get your spatial orientation together. So just start drawing trend lines. Like zoom out, see, you know, where the overall direction of the markets are. Clearly, you know, that was one, but you know, you can go even higher. Man, this boy has been on a downward. You could take any peak, but I'm going to take that one. You see, you got 1, 2. Remember, we try to get 3 or more touches on that trend line to count it as something good. 1, 2, 3. And if you would have kind of, you know, you would have lost on this one. It was a kind of a false breakout. Not kind of, it was a false breakout because we ended up trending lower and followed it downward. But this one here was the ultimate directional change here for Arrow. So draw your trend lines. That was the ultimate high, I think, there. So now trend reversal. So now you want to put some trends under. without even seeing that area over there, we know this is a good trend line because we got 3 touches or more. Pretty much. Let me see here. That's really the proper way to do it right there. That's 1. So 1, 2, and then 3. And then you can draw some outer ones from there. So you could go like that. That's really the proper way to draw that outer trend line too. I'll change the color so you can see it. That's really the proper way to do it, because if you would have drawn it, where's the pivot point for this bad boy? Oh, there it is. If you would have drawn it out here and zoomed in, you will see, I mean, you could technically do that one as well. We got 1, 2, and 3. So you can do that. That's actually more proper way on the outer one. You just want to have 3 touches or more. So 3 touches, we zoom out, you'll see that we have a potential to maybe pull back to the 59 and then bounce and head higher. The trend is overall up though. That's the outer trend line, the yellow one. There's nothing more I can do as far as the outer trend line. I can't trend anything further out than that on that slope. So that is the outer trend line. So if we break that, potential problem. That's your reference point though. That outer trend line. But overall, like I think this is in a bullish stance, right? It's been kind of going bullish since April, early April. So buying the dips would probably be a good thing. Slight consolidation right now, but the targets are going to be 59 cents to the downside, 76 cents to the upside. I'm going out here into the future. This is May 26th, 27th, 28th. So, you know, you can kind of see your reference points out in the future with the x-axis. 63% or 63 cents and 81 cents. If you zoom, you know, kind of go out a little bit further, but you come over here to maybe like the 24th, which is in a few days, this weekend, this Friday. Your target is about 77 cents and 60 cents to the downside as your protection. But because we're closer to the outer trend line, the yellow one, your risk reward is higher or lower. Because really, you know, you're risking, I mean, that's a lot. 10% is a lot, but you just lower your trade size to accommodate for the distance. So 10% risk to the downside, 20% profit potential to the upside. So 2 to 1. You know, that's not bad. Usually like something even higher than that, but it's not bad. So I hope that helped you out, Ben Simmons. Super Mario in the building. All right, yeah, man, you learn. Keep at it. You can, if you're not an R word, then you're gonna learn. You're gonna be able to soak up some of this stuff, man. I make it look easy. Nah, I mean, it's just years of doing it. That's all. All trend lines too. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's simple, man. Like, and the thing is, if I were really trying to make money off of this, I would make it more complicated, because that's what you need to do to make money off stuff. You have to make it more complicated in most instances. But it's really just 3 touches or more on a trend line, and it's like a piece to a puzzle. You just look for that, you draw your trend lines, and make sure you have 3 touches, slope ups and slope downs. And then, you know, the other thing that I tell you guys about, that's my part of my like manual trading, just to get some spatial awareness on the charts. You can draw your A's and your V's. And again, I tell you all the time, you know, you make those A's and V's whatever you want. I'm just saying, A's and V's. A's and V's. So that helps you kind of visually see where the peaks and troughs are on all of your charts. And it helps you draw trend support and resistance lines as well. Helps you set up those as well. So, you know, me drawing these A's, you can see that we've been on a slight downward trend line since May 9th. 1A, the next A is lower than the previous A. This A is lower than the previous. And this A is lower than that previous A. So it just helps you quickly gain some spatial awareness on the chart. That's another little trick. A's and V's. Draw your A's and V's. It's really that simple. That simple. But yeah, I would say bullish stance overall for Arrow, and wish you luck there, my friend. Wish you luck. Maybe I'll put Bloodalytics on Arrow. Maybe we'll calibrate. One day we'll calibrate Bloodalytics to Arrow. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. You guys give me a chart, and I'll add it to the Bloodalytics, and see if we can come up with something. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. That's what we'll start doing. So remind me next stream, Ben, to calibrate or overlay Bloodalytics on Arrow Dome, and we'll see what we can get. That'll be fun, right? That'll be fun. All right, that's pretty much it, though, guys. I mean, I really ain't got much else to go over. Let me swap back over to the scalps and see what's going on with 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫. 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫. What's 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 doing over here? We got Bitcoin scalp looking good. I had an opportunity to go ahead and get into my Ethereum scalp down here. It dipped down and got me, but got back to the entry point, but I missed that one. We were doing the other charts. But Bitcoin scalp looking good. We're up about $140 right now. As you guys can see, I tried to zoom in, up 140. So maybe we can make up for that short that we had on Ethereum earlier. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. All right. Again, if you guys want this scalping system, it is $24 a month. Cancel anytime. You'll get a chart with the Bitcoin and Ethereum scalp system already set up for you. But you can take this indicator and add it to any chart and modify it to your own liking. All right, once you sign up, you'll just need to go to indicators, invite only. Once you're actually added, trading view account, and you'll see Bloodalytics public, Bloodalytics 22.8e.25. You'll see that in your invite only list. All right, ladies and gents, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Correlation broken? I say, nah, not yet. Let's give it some more time. Let's give it some more time. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's your boy 𝗘𝗘𝗘𝗫. I'm out of here. Holla.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.